Hey everybody, it's Matt, and I'm coming to you again from an airport. This time I'm in the Manila airport, and I am getting ready to take the 11:55 p.m. flight from here in Manila to Incheon, South Korea. And as you can see, the line goes all the way around the terminal and back down to the Korean Air desk down there. They are all socially distancing here. Everybody's being very, very disciplined. And the result is a line that swings all the way through the terminal. This is going to be my last blog for now from the Philippines. I've got a lot of other material that I'll talk about the Philippines in the future, but just letting you know we're on our way, and I should be home in about 33 hours. Well, 5 a.m. in the morning or thereabout, and I am in the airport in Incheon, South Korea. And you would think that I was standing out in the forest. It's a nice sight to see this early in the morning. And I've got 6 hours until my next flight departs, which will be the flight from Incheon to Detroit on Delta. So now I've got to find some place to hunker down for a while, maybe catch some shut-eye, and get myself ready for that next flight. Just about 24 more hours and I'll be back home in Ohio. Okay, got a couple of hours of sleep in the transfer lounge, maybe 2 or 3 hours, and am making my way down the jetway to my flight to Detroit. 13 hours. Off we go. Pretty much boarded now. Social distancing. Good. I'm here downstairs at the Detroit airport, transferring from Concourse A over to Concourse B. And I gotta say, I'm kind of seeing what I expected. There are travelers wearing face masks, but shockingly, a lot of the air crew that I see going through here, no face masks. It just, it seems like all the death in the US and all the infections, just everybody's saying it can't happen to me, and I don't care if I infect anybody else. I just so disappointed after having come from some place where people really do watch out for their fellow man in the Philippines. Just shocking. This is the strangest thing, and I may never ever see this again in my life. But I'm standing here in the middle of Detroit's airport, a hub for Delta Airlines, and I can see maybe 5 or 6 people. And it's about noon on a Thursday. Add the rain to it outside, and it just has a dreary, eerie feeling to it. And it sounds like my flight to Dayton will only have a few people on it. Just bizarre to come back to this. Well, there you have it. Those were a couple of videos that I shot on my way from the Philippines back to the US. And boy, it was an interesting trip. I got to give a shout out to Delta Airlines and Korean Air. Wonderful service. Even though I'm a committed United frequent flyer, they did a great job of providing service. And just amazing. The Korean Air flight, quite full, and there was no social distancing, but it was interesting to see how much care the crew was taking to keep themselves safe. Then the flight with Delta, about 75 to 100 people on a plane that could probably accommodate 350 to 380 people. So there's plenty of room to spread out, and a lot of great service from the crew there. And then the regional flight that I took back on a plane that probably holds about 50 to 60 people, we only had 7 people on the plane. So it's a very interesting experience to be in the airports and in the airplanes these days. Anyway, I am now back here at home. I'm sitting in the backyard, beautiful flowering tree behind me, and I am self-quarantining for 14 days. I'm on day 2 of that 14-day quarantine. I also have to give a shout out to my big sister, Becca. She, knowing that I was coming home, made a run to the grocery store and filled my refrigerator with milk and eggs and veggies and meat and other things that were necessary. So I am starting out my quarantine with plenty to keep me safe and healthy, and don't need to go out. I did yesterday, though, break quarantine just a little bit. I got in my car by myself, drove over to the retirement center where my mom is living, and even though I wasn't allowed to go in and see her, as you can see, we did talk, her up on her balcony, Juliet style, and me down on the ground, Romeo style, and we just enjoyed chatting and seeing each other, and can't wait for someday, months ahead of now, months later, when we finally can hug again. But for now, we're both having to quarantine. Lots of great topics that came up from my travels, so I can't wait to share those with you. To my Filipino subscribers, many of whom said I would be safer staying in the Philippines than in the US. You were absolutely right. The data bears that out. I increased my danger of becoming infected about tenfold just by coming back to my home state of Ohio. It's that much safer in the Philippines. But my Filipino viewers will also recognize the importance of family. And my mother had been ill. It was time for me to come home and be here to help out if I can. And I'm happy to say, though, we've gotten her the right medication. Mom is doing wonderful, much clearer and brighter now, and we're just real excited about that. So I'm thanking the Lord. He has been good to me. He kept me safe on the travel back, made the travel as comfortable as possible, and I just feel blessed right now. So to everyone out there, keep watching me grow my beard. A special someone asked me if I would not shave my beard, and this is almost 2 weeks worth of growth. It's not real fast, and it is coming in very gray, but let's see how that goes over the next month or so. So stick with me. I appreciate all your comments. If you're enjoying my videos, please hit that subscribe button in YouTube. Click the thumbs up. Let me know you enjoyed the video, and send me your comments. I look forward to hearing from you all, and watch for the next video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.